Hi guys, and welcome to episode 10 of Getting Dev Working by DecaDoesRust. So we're actually on episode 10 of this series. That's a nice little milestone for a start off, I suppose. In this one, I'd like to actually go to more of a graphical representation of one with some graphical installation stuff as well. So I'm going to install Atom if it'll let me. Let's quickly check what it needs for Atom. Atom's pretty much a hackable editor that is a lot like Sublime, but I think it's written in JavaScript or something similar. I haven't really looked into it that much. But if we just go Atom.io, I think. I'm pretty sure I remember this working for Windows and other platforms. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure this works on Linux. Deb. So it's got a Debian release, so I'm presuming there'll be an Ubuntu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly Google for install Atom. How's that? Let's install Atom Ubuntu. To install it in Ubuntu, the version I'm using, you have to type the following command one by one in your terminal. Simply add repository sudo apt get team Atom. Update repository sudo apt update and install Atom sudo apt install Atom. Ah, okay. That's for version 14. Let's do 16 just in case they have a different thing that it's doing. PPA open terminal and run the command sudo apt repository blah blah blah. Let's do that then. Here we go. Atom offers only binary packages for dev for Ubuntu. Here's how to install the Atom in both 3264-bit Ubuntu and keep up to date receiving software updates from the software update utility. We're going to add this repository, literally. Let's just now available both 3264, more info, repo packages, report non-packages, enter to continue. Added the keyring, done all the bits and pieces. I think I've just got to do a sudo apt get update. Yeah. Let's just double check what I need to type. I'm pretty sure it's just sudo install or sudo apt install Atom. There we go. Oh, it's actually still doing the things. Didn't quite realise. That took a while. Oh, okay. That took a bit longer than expected, to be honest. I should have actually paused, but we've kind of just been looking at what actual commands there are. So it's sudo apt get install Atom. Okay, I'll leave that to install if it doesn't say yes or no and stuff. There we go, I'll leave that doing for a moment and I'll pause. Okay, that's done. I went off and made another cup of tea whilst this was doing. I think it did a couple of minutes ago, to be honest. Right, so according to that, set up Atom, so should we just try running it for now? We should have it running in a minute. It's taking a while. There we go. So we've basically got Atom here. Couple of things with this. It's cross-platform, so this works on Linux, it works on Mac, it works on Windows, I think it works on BSD, just pretty much works. Now it looks like it's working a little bit slow on this particular virtual machine, but that's okay. One nice thing about this is it's got a little package manager. You literally click your package manager, open the installer. Now you can search for packages. So if you search for like Rust and press enter, you will actually see some packages to do with Rust itself. Atom Beautify is okay for certain things. I don't particularly like it myself. Language Rust seems to work, so that's a normal thing for auto completion and things like that. I do like Emmet as well, which is not necessarily a Rust specific thing, so I'll just install Rust, language Rust for now. It actually adds Rust language support in Atom. See, race is sometimes okay, but sometimes it errors like mad, so I'll leave that one. Here's pretty cool. Build cargo. It's another nice little thing. I haven't actually tried that one yet, to be honest. So for now, I'll just keep with the language Rust part. Close the welcome guide. Okay, takes a while to install, by the way. See how it's done that? That's fine though. So now that's enabled. If we actually now close this lot off for now, close the welcome thing, close that untitled, and close that. Right, so now what I'm going to do, just show you this. I don't know if you remember TextMate in OS X, any of you Mac users or anything. But you know how it had the directory listing on the left side and you've got your editing on there? Like Sublime does as well. Atom tends to do that. So if we go cd into our projects, and then we'll cd into our Rust hello world, and we'll just literally do atom dot to do current directory. This will open Atom using the current directory as the project what we're using in the Atom editor. So I'll have the actual directory structure here and your editor part here. So you can literally go into your source folder, double click on main RS, and we have it to edit here. Now let's just say we're doing a function. It's got completion, so it'll kind of do things for us to an extent. Atom, what we're going to call it, Atom print, and it completed our brace as well. Under here, I'm just going to have it run Atom print, and it knew it was Atom print to an extent. If I'd have just done, let's start again so you can kind of see. Atom print. Okay, now if I save that, let's do another Atom for the win. Let's save that. Now what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to just do a cargo run, which will build it and run it. And it's doing the Hello Rust 2, Rust mode, and Atom for the win. So we've actually managed to install Atom, set it up with the Rust plugins, and do that. What I want to do now is go into a little bit of unknown territory, because I've never used the cargo build thing in Atom. So I'm going to give that a go and see what it actually does. So let's let that run. Okay. I want to take a look at packages. If I click activate, what's that going to do? So I can go to the package manager at all. No. Find selection. Oh, it's under help, isn't it? I'll click on the welcome guide because I've never actually knew how to get to the package installer, to be honest. There must be a standard way of getting in the things. I've never actually got around to looking. So let's close the welcome guide again. It's actually in settings. I see. Okay. So I can just go to the settings and do that then. Okay. I didn't know that, by the way. So I'm going to search packages for Rust again. I could search for cargo, but I'm just going to search for Rust to see. We saw the cargo thing there. Where are we? Let's go build cargo. Now what I'm going to do is install this and pause because it may take a while. I'll unpause once it's installed. Okay, that's installed. So let's take a look at the settings. Cargo Rust integration for Atom. Uses Atom build to build Rust projects. So it's required packages Atom build and linter. Now, question is whether these are actually there and whether it actually installed all dependencies. I'm presuming it. I'm presuming it did purely because it usually works out that way, but we'll see in a moment. So I'm going. Sorry, coughing. Got a bit of a dry throat. I haven't had sympathy for a while. So let's just do Control Alt B to apparently build it. See if it does anything. It doesn't seem to have done anything. Let's click on packages. Find view, tree view, command palette, developer. What's this? Open dev mode run package type, toggle developer tools, panes. Okay. I'm going to have a little read of its stuff because what's this? Lines added file not yet committed. On branch master, it's Rust, my feed. Can I? It's great for information, but what use is this to actually do anything with? Let's look. Okay. This cargo thing seems to have been a little bit different, so let's config or preferences. What would be? Okay, that's not what I use. I'm going to quickly go on the web and take a look at a couple of things here. Atom build package. So that's the actual Atom build package itself. So is this needed then separately? So I'm going to actually check whether Atom build is actually in the things already. Install a package, open installer. Just to see if it's actually installed. This one's becoming a fairly long one. do want to get this working. Build sauce, build coffee, processing build. Oh, so many different ones here, just nothing to do with build stack, build stylus. I'm going to have to put the dash in there, I think, when searching, because it seems to have done build and ignored the fact that I put atom as such. So I'll actually put the dash in and see whether that works better. Atomic chrome. That's not a lot of use. Okay, I think I'm going to actually look at cargo. Come on, there we go. Link Rust using Rust seal cargo. Build cargo, runs cargo targets. Auto build or atom build. Atom build like a provider. So I'm presuming that's all in there. Let's take a look at this. Settings, default cargo, enable multi-crate projects, package use JSON in a format, open documentation browser after doc target is built. Extended commands enable cargo check. Readme, okay. Required packages atom build, which I'm sure I've just literally looked for and couldn't find. Layers of various building calculator. I don't get cargo build, doesn't seem to be. I'm a bit confused because that seems to be there, but it's not on the one that I've got. It's rather annoying. There's cargo. Oh, hang on. Do I have to actually view the command palette or something? Let's close this for a second and have a little play. It may be a case that I need to actually view the command palette and literally have it do it as a command. We have the command palette somewhere. Toggle command palette. No. No, there's no build. There's no atom build like that. It's rather annoying that it doesn't seem to have a command palette for cargo build. No, show file manager, no. Nothing whatsoever in here to do with cargo build. It's rather annoying. Packages. Lock space. Dev5 reload. Command palette toggle. Bracket matcher, no. Open on GitHub, that's pretty cool. Just, no. Okay, this is rather annoying. Like I say, because I've never ever used this, its documentation doesn't really say, okay, enable it by doing this, even though it's got enable done. So I may have to actually leave it for this episode. or I'll put, in fact, I'm going to pause, read up some of the documentation and see if I can get a solution for this. I just want it to work. That's for this one. So I'll pause this and I'll be back in a second once I've had to look through documentation and find out if there's a way to make this work. Okay guys, it seems like one of the prerequisites was this build. It's just called build, that's where I can find it when typing atom build and all this. So literally I'm just installing this now. There's a few other things I do want to do. Is that I think it's lint as well as required. You'd think it would pull in these packages automatically, but apparently it doesn't. It just tells you that they're required, so you have to install them yourself. But it's one of those. So that's installing. I'm going to pause this while this installs and I'll be back as soon as it's installed. Okay, we're going to actually try this. I'm just going to go back to the main.rs. If it wants to, there we go. Now let's try F8 to toggle the build panel. We have atom build. Let's start off. So how is it we do a build now? Is it F9? No. Let's take a quick look at the actual information on this build thing. F9 builds your project, apparently. Let's have another look at this. Cargo build debug. Cargo run debug. Let's try that. Ah, there we go. So it's fine, it just does do that. Let's look again at the output. It's done the rust, it's done everything. Is that build current project? Okay, so build current project. So it builds and then kind of disappears, but okay. Run debug. And then you choose what you want to do. Cargo build for debug. And it does the build. If there's any errors, so let's say I do it like this. Create an error. Let's save that. Now do a build. Okay, we've got an error. Here we go. Cargo build, blah blah. Could not compile. Hello. Learn more. Run command with the verbose. Play by have a look. Not defined. Does not exist. Did you mean this? So basically, it's took the error println. Said okay. Did you mean the macro println? Which obviously I did based on this. Which is quite nice. It's very verbose and tells you a lot whenever you get an error in this. That's brilliant. So I'm going to just save that. It's been quite a long one. It's probably like the longest one so far, but we've actually got it working. I'm going to click on here. Is that just to clear it? That's close. That's to build the current project. Let's look. Only be used not the compiler, but it's currently accepted backward compatibility. Cargo build succeeded. And there we go. So we can now use the cargo build to build things. I think in the next episode I might try and get the Git stuff working. Probably look for some Git plugins for this, so I don't have to do it in the terminal. But for this one I'm going to actually just terminalize it now. It's all saved, so I'm just going to do a git status. And as you'll see, main.rs has been edited. We've added, what did we add? We added the atom print function. So if I do a git add dot and a git commit added atom print function using atom editor. I think that'll do for that, to be honest. That's fine. I'm going to do a git push origin. DecaDoesRust. Okay, that's pushed in there. Let's double check. There's our repository. That's refreshed. Added atom print function using atom editor. So we've now got 6 commits to this, which is quite nice to start off. There'll be links to all the relevant things and pages and stuff in the bottom of the video. So it's been a really long one for this one. It's like been 26 minutes. I hope you've actually enjoyed it. It's been quite a bit of a time consumption on finding out how to get this cargo build stuff doing and whatever, but it's looking good so far. Again, in the next episode, I'd like to get this to run Git for us without us having to actually go and do the Git commands manually. I may look into an Eclipse add-on for Rust, but for now I think we'll stick mostly with Atom to do our editing in, purely because I enjoy it. It's something I do like. I've had a look at some of the bits and pieces on it that it's something still fairly new to me, but I think it suits nicely with the cargo system and stuff like that. I just like it, and it works, so we'll stick with this for now. So we've had a look at a few different editors throughout the series and gone through them. I can go more in depth into other editors if you wish. If you want me to at some point later on down the line, I will make videos with specific editors and stuff and make series on those specifically. But for now, most of my workflow is going to be done with Atom and the terminal. If I can bypass the terminal for making stuff and doing actual new projects and stuff,